If it's a day called today, we're talking guitars and life. Well, welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Ted Talks Guitars and Life. Man, great to have you on another adventure. In today's video, what we're going to do is we are going to disassemble what we just assembled yesterday, i.e. the Leo Jaymz Telecaster kit guitar that my friend purchased for $85 on the Zon. I will put a link in the description below should you be interested, and should they still be $85. We have put the guitar together in the stock configuration, everything but the string guides and the strap buttons. Didn't do the string guides because we will be upgrading those. Didn't do the strap buttons because we'll be routing the body of this guitar in videos coming up, so I didn't want those to get in the way or scratched up. So we put all of this together in the last video for one single purpose, and that purpose was to evaluate that bridge pickup, just to see if we could get some tele-twang, and tele-twangage we got, my friends. So we are going to disassemble this guitar completely in this video, and then we're going to begin to mark up the new pickguard for our mini humbucker and our single coil pickup that'll be in the middle position. We will draw our routes for the body, and I will be routing that for the first time ever on a guitar. My first guitar route, man. What could go wrong, Jack? What could go wrong? And I'll be doing that and filming that for your pleasure, edification, and enjoyment. So yeah, man, we're going to take all the parts down. We're going to strip this out because we've got replacement parts for everything that you see in front of you, except for that control plate, the output jack plate, the bridge plate, and that's it. And other than the body and the neck, everything else is going away. We've got new string guides coming in, roller style. We've got locking tuners coming in. We've got a mini humbucker for the neck position. We've got a single coil for the mid. And we're going to rock that stock bridge pickup for the twangage. We've got two full-size pots, 250K coming in. Nope, 500 because of the mini humbucker. We've got an orange cap capacitor. We've got a blade or wafer switch. We've got a pure tone output jack, and we've got push-pull wire, man. So yeah, ain't nothing to it now but to take this guitar apart, store these stock parts in a nice secure location for my friend, and then begin to mark this thing up, what we're going to do. Hey man, I pray that whatever it is you're doing today, you are doing what you dig and digging what you do, Jack, man, that you are surrounded by people who love and affirm you, man, people who champion you, man, that you have people around you who support you. Man, life is too short, my friends, not to have a good community around you. So find you some good friends, man. And I value that you've taken time today just to hang out with me on another crazy adventure. So with all that said, let's get into it, Jack. my friends. Yeah, the teardown is complete. The strap buttons, I mentioned that I did have those. So we'll put those in the box to go on the guitar. So in this little chest is everything that we will be retaining. Things such as the output jack plate, the neck plate, the neck screws, the strap buttons, the knobs, etc. And bridge plate screws, and of course the bridge and the pickup do not fit in the box. And I am making a bag here that has all of the parts. I'm going to go ahead and put these string trees in here. I don't know if we have string trees coming or not. If not, I have some around the shop. Yeah, so what I don't know right now, I don't know, those holes look pretty large, but I will have to have our new pots in before I figure out and ascertain as to whether or not the new pot stems will fit in those holes. If not, I will have to bore those out a little bit. Not a big deal. I have done that before. It does occur to me that one thing I could check is whether or not our pure tone output jack is going to copacetically fit in this output jack plate. So let me grab that. Okay, so I've got one pure tone output jack. This is a black one, and I chose the black one because it was available quicker. And so what I've heard about the black ones is sometimes because they're kind of painted, and that looks chromish to me, but I have heard that we should scrape some of this outer layer off, and then before we pre-tin. Sometimes the solder does not connect well to whatever this black is. Okay, so you can see the difference here, pure tone output jack, all those ways that it connects copacetically. So in theory, this will fit in here. And it does. So hey man, one less thing to have to bore out. That is fantastic news for those playing the home game. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and put the output jack in there with the output jack plate for the win, my friends. So again, we will have to assess whether or not the pots will fit. Those are pretty good, standard size looking holes to me. I've seen some import guitar control plates where this hole is much smaller. So we'll just have to see when the pots come in. Serendipitously, the nut, when I took the strings off, popped right out of this bad boy. So that was good news for us, man. One less thing I've got to worry about. As you know, removing nuts from a guitar is not among my favorite activities. But, you know, man, we do what we can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this brass nut out. And we're not going to do all this work in this vid, but I thought while we've got things apart and we've got things available, I could at least, for the benefit of my friend, let them know whether or not this nut is going to fit in that slot or not, my friends. Now, I've never seen one of these before. In theory, these screws go up and down, and the string goes in, I'm assuming. Those string kind of lays on the screw, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to do a little bit of research. I think I mentioned that I've never used one of these before. So I'm assuming it goes in like that, but it's a little too wide. So it does, yeah, that way can't be right. So I'm going to have to open this slot up just a little bit to get this piece to fit in that slot copacetically. Right now it is just a little too, well, I don't know, this side Well, I need to be on the workbench and have this file on the table. Holding it up, eyeballing it is probably not a good plan. So yeah, so we'll see about that. But it looks like I'm going to have to widen that just a smidge, and that's not a problem, or should not be a problem. Allow me to slow my roll on that deal. So I'm going to put this in the little chest of parts. And I am going to, because I believe, yeah, I need this to find online some instructions about that particular nut. I'm going to put the original nut in the bag marked Leo Tele Kit, and I'm assuming that my friend would want the original parts. Hey, let me know if you do want these back. If you do not want these, if you want to donate these to the channel, I may use them at some point down the road, but no pressure. I'm not saying any pressure. I just want to know what to do with these so you can communicate with me the way we're communicating. I'm going to leave this neck pickup in this pick guard, and I also have the original black one that came with the kit as well. So let me know. I'm assuming that you're going to want these, and you're going to want all these parts. Just let me know, and I'll make arrangements to get those to you when we get the guitar back to you. And then I went ahead and I put the Allen key truss rod in with the truss rod bag, so that those two things are together. They should have been together anyway. It was kind of weird that they were in with the saddle screws, but I guess that makes sense. I mean, the bridge plate screws, of course, is what I mean. But I guess that kind of sort of makes sense. One thing I need to check while we're all here, let me grab a 4mm truss rod tool. I want to make sure that this truss rod turns. So this is my just, you know, long handle 4mm truss rod. And I just want to make sure. Yep, it moves. Moving is a good sign. So we got a functioning truss rod. That's all to the good. Next video, what we're going to do is we're going to get the pick guard, and we're going to get the mini humbucker out, and we're going to make sure, one, that the mini humbucker will fit here, which I'm pretty sure that it will, and that the mini humbucker will fit in the new pick guard, which, eyeballing it, I think I'm going to have to bore out just a little bit. That will then enable me to figure out where exactly to put our route for the single coil, which I'll be doing here in a few days. My thought, and this is just a thought, is to go right about right here. And I know right about right here is not an exact measurement. What'd you expect at Dead Stocks? Hey, man, come on now. I may just route it where all of this is routed out so that I can get to the control plate cavity without having to do a route and then another hole this way. So I may just come right here with it, and I may do it square. I actually thought about doing the equivalent of a swimming pool route and just getting rid of all this, just making it one big square. You're seeing this before the general public. I'm speaking to my friend and sponsor at the moment. So let me know what you think. Do you have a preference or not? But I'm thinking if we just kind of open this up, then we wouldn't have to work so hard at getting wires and all that in. But anyway, that's my recommendation. That's what I would do if it were my guitar. I would just kind of go swimming pool route right here. So wherever the edge of the pick guard is, would be the line of demarcation. Obviously, we come a little bit on the other side of that, and we'd make our swimming pool route right here. That's my thought about that, as opposed to just making a single coil hole and then coming out the side over here with the wires. So Anyway, I did, if you probably noticed, the guitar did slide off a little bit of my cork screws when I took the neck off, because I got a little bit rambunctious. We don't hide our mistakes at Ted Talks Guitars in Life. Fortunately, nothing dented or dinged or scratched this guitar, and I will preface that with yet, because anything can happen. So a couple of future vids coming up. One, we will mark this body for the route. We will get our pick guard and we will route it out with a Dremel or something. And then another video will be just addressing the neck. Again, I've got sharp ends. The string action was so high I could not ascertain as to whether or not we've got unlevel frets. But we will check all that together in a neck video, where we will put in our tuners. We also need to figure out if I'm going to put a little bit of color on this, or if I'm just going to clean it up a little bit with some fine sandpaper and just true oil that bad boy. So I kind of, you know, for me, I don't know. I don't really like that raw wood look all the way around. What I did to my Telecaster, you may or may not have seen these vids. So forgive me, it's in the playlist below. Mine looks like this. So that's just what I do to my necks. It's ugly. Some people might think it's ugly. I don't think it's ugly. I think it's beautiful. So I don't know. You tell me. If you want to go dark with this, let me know. If you want to keep it raw dogging, we can do that and just put some true oil on it and keep that finish. But yeah, I like my old Tele necks like that, man. That's just me being me. Oh, this is, by the way, my Tease SBH edition. So yeah, I'm digging that guitar, Jack. Tell you what. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Man, I can't thank you enough for hanging out with me in this crazy journey. Anything that you've seen here that you've got a comment or a thought about, I will take your comments. I will take your thoughts. It is appreciated every time you comment. So yeah, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this vid, man. Just thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are the best. Well, as always, wherever you are in your guitar journey, I pray it's a long, smooth, safe, joy-filled ride for you, Jack. Rock on with your bad selves, everybody. We'll catch you down the road.